Hello there, this is Ty the Movie Guy, and I know it's only the month of November, but I already can't wait for the year 2025. So today we are going to stop and rank my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025.
Fire, you son of a great power comes great responsibility.
My brother and a friend!
You do this all day.
I am Iron Man.
Why so serious?
I am the comeback, the destroyer of worlds.
Starting off our list with number 10, we have the film Sinners, and this is directed by Ryan Coogler and starring Michael B. Jordan. And these two guys together are just a great combo, of course, with the two Black Panther movies and the first Creed film. And then Michael B. Jordan has also done some other great films with other directors, like the other two Creed movies and a film called Just Mercy. And we're gonna totally ignore Fan Four Stick. That doesn't exist. That never happened. But yeah, these two guys together are just a great combo, and I'm super excited to see another film of both of them working together. And the general concept of this film is also very interesting. It's like set in like the late 1800s, early 1900s-ish, something like that. And it is about vampires, and it's like a horror movie, and it's like this small town, and like vampires are like invading, and it's kind of like a mystery, and you wonder what's going on and like who's killing all these people and stuff like that. So like horror mystery vibes has me very, very intrigued. And it's just like such an interesting concept, like taking like a period piece and then throwing vampires into the mix. It kind of sounds like what Christopher Nolan's going to do in a couple years. So hopefully this movie doesn't like steal his thunder or anything like that, but I'm sure he'll think of his own really great idea. But yeah, a movie like this sounds really interesting, Western-ish vibes, 1800s, 1900s vampire mystery horror. Just sounds super, super interesting. And of course with the actor-director combo, I am just super hyped for this movie. And also I just wanted to mention that the Michael Jackson biopic was very close to being in my number 10 spot, because Michael Jackson is a very interesting musician with a very interesting story, very controversial, but that's kind of what makes him interesting. So he was very close to getting the number 10 spot, but I think what Sinners beat Michael Jackson biopic with was just the fact that I like the actor and the director more, because I don't really know Jafar Jackson from anything. I know Anton Fuqua, the director of the new Michael Jackson biopic, but I think Ryan Coogler's got a couple better movies than him, and the Sinners movie has a trailer and everything, so all of that just makes me a little bit more excited for Sinners, so that's why it's coming in at number 10. Coming in 9th place, we have the film Elio, I don't know, but this is next year's Pixar film, and this film looks actually quite interesting to me because it's like one of the only like kind of spacey Pixar films. Like we got WALL-E, we got Lightyear, like those were definitely like set in space, but to me like this feels like just more classic kind of space vibes. Like the past Pixar space movies, they didn't really even have like aliens or whatever, but this like has aliens, and it just I don't know, it has a certain vibe to it that it just feels pretty unique for Pixar to me, about this little kid going up to space and pretending to be the leader of Earth and speaking for the planet Earth and everything like that. It comes across as like just, I don't know, wholesome, cute, kind of childish family fun for a movie, and just like the type of Pixar I like. Just this, if this came out like back when I was a little kid, I probably would have been interested in it. And so it just kind of, it brings me back to my roots and stuff like that. So yeah, we don't know a whole lot about it just yet, but it just, all I really need to know is Pixar, which, Pixar's been off and on lately, but I think pretty recently they've been pretty good with Inside Out and other stuff like that. So yeah, Pixar's got me excited. And then this cool alien space vibe of this kid pretending to be like the leader of Earth. All of that just sounds interesting to me. So yeah, we don't know too much, but from what I've heard, it just looks like a lot of fun to me. So that's why it's coming in at number 9. Coming in 8th place, we have the Minecraft movie. And I know, this movie does not look good at all. I'm not expecting it to be in like my top 10 best movies of 2025. This is top 10 most anticipated movies, not like movies I predict to be the best. This definitely would not be on it, but yes, I am actually excited for this movie because it just looks like it's gonna be really dumb, bad fun. Like, it's like when it comes out, everyone's gonna be talking about it. Like, it's just a movie that like everyone's been like memeing about the trailer, and just I know everyone is gonna have to go out and see it for themselves to like talk about how bad it was and everything like that. So just, yeah, it's not going to be good, but it's going to have like a lot of people talking, and I want to be in on the conversation with this movie. So like a lot of people, when this movie was first announced, we all were saying it should have been animated. And when we saw the trailer, it just kind of confirmed our beliefs. It really, really needed to be animated. Me personally, I think the world and the creatures look pretty decent, but once you throw in live action characters, it looks pretty bad, and just it's laughably bad, but that's honestly what gets me excited for it. So I think Jack Black and Jason Momoa, I think they have like good chemistry together. Like, we've seen like promotional videos with them together, and they got like a vibe together that looks really fun and could be kind of funny.
Ready?
Yeah.
Pink.
Let's feast.
So yeah, it's not gonna be good at all, but it's gonna be something to take with my friends and just like meme on it and trash on it. So I'm excited for that, at least. So that's why it comes in at number 8. Coming in 7th place, we have Jurassic World Rebirth. And I know lots of people just want this franchise to die, but me personally, I love this franchise, and I'm pretty optimistic that hopefully we'll get better than like the last couple Jurassic World films. And I have high hopes with this film, mainly because of our director Gareth Edwards. And Gareth Edwards, if you don't know him, he has a great background with like monster sci-fi movies. Ergo, he would be a perfect choice for a movie like this. He did Godzilla back in 2014. He did a movie called Monsters. He did Rogue One. He did The Creator last year. So that's just like a great like sci-fi monster kind of guy. Like, I think he's like a perfect pick for a movie like this. So I'm really hoping he can just direct a great movie. It's not going to top the original Jurassic Park, but it could be the second best movie in the franchise if he does it right, and I have high hopes for him. And the cast is pretty good too. We got Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali as our lead actors. Those are the main two that I know, and you know, they're pretty good actors. I'm not like super crazy excited for seeing them. I'm mainly excited to see Gareth Edwards direct this movie, and I have lots of faith in him to direct a great Jurassic World movie. So that's like the main reason why I'm really excited for this movie. It's just the director, and I just really like this franchise, and I want to see it succeed, and I want to see it as good as it used to be. So all in all, I'm still pretty hyped for this movie, and that's why it's coming in number 7. Coming in 6th place, we have The Ballerina. And the main reason, of course, why I'm excited for this film is because it is in the John Wick franchise. And I absolutely love the John Wick franchise, mainly for the action, of course. It is just the best like action choreography in like any film franchise ever. And so considering The Ballerina is also in this franchise, I have like high hopes and high expectations for just crazy good fight scenes, just like the John Wick films. Like, I want to see, you know, really cool scenes, like really cool different like set pieces and practical effects, and just like killing people with cool random objects and stuff like that, like they did in the original John Wick films. And I also want to see, you know, the classic dubstep and flashing lights and everything. And also, Keanu Reeves' John Wick is going to be in this film. So is that a flashback, or is this whole film a prequel to those films, or like what's going on? Did he come back to life, or we don't know yet, but the fact that he is also in this film has me really excited. Honestly, it'd be cool if they like the two main characters, like John Wick and Ana de Armas' character, it'd be cool if they like fought each other. I don't know if that would make sense for like the story or whatever, but seeing her take on John Wick and seeing like the opposite perspective of John Wick, like it's her perspective taking on John Wick, would actually be like a really cool spin on the whole thing, kind of like how Echo took on Daredevil in the Echo show. That's kind of what I relate that to. But also, speaking of Ana de Armas, I know her from a couple films. She was pretty good in like James Bond and Knives Out and Blade Runner and everything. Nothing that really like blew me away, but she was never like the lead, or except for like Knives Out. But this is like one of her first leading roles that I'll be seeing. So I'm really hoping she will really surprise me and just be a really great lead for this film. And also, they did do some reshoots with the director of the John Wick films coming in to like add more action scenes and everything. And usually reshoots get me really, really worried, especially when it's like towards Marvel. But when it's the director of like the amazing John Wick films coming in to add more action scenes, that actually gets me really excited. And they know what the people want. They know we want that really cool action. So for once, reshoots do actually excite me, and it makes me know that like they want to do it right and they want to like please the fans. So all in all, that is why I'm hyped for this movie, and that's why it's coming in number 6. Coming in 5th place, we have the film Mickey 17. And what's funny about this movie is I talked about it all the way back last year for my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2024, because it was supposed to come out in 2024, but of course it got delayed. So that's quite unfortunate, but hopefully we will finally get it next year in January, and hopefully it will break the January curse of bad movies. So what, like I said a year ago, what I'm super excited about this movie is of course my favorite international director, Bong Joon-ho, who has done great movies like Parasite, Memories of Murder, Snowpiercer, The Host. He is just such a great director who's like done a bunch of different genres and different stuff like that. And he's just got like a quirky, weird vibe to him that I really like. And then we have our leading actor, Robert Pattinson, who has just been knocking out of the park lately with films that I really love, like Tenet and The Batman, and just different like action-y stuff, you know, screw that Twilight stuff. I love the stuff he's been doing recently, and hopefully this will be another banger. And we also got a trailer a couple months ago, and it really just showed off like the whole vibe of this movie, and it's just got like really quirky humor and
He's alive.
It's fine.
and stuff like that. That just gives off like, you know, Bong Joon-ho's like his classic kind of style like that, and it just has a really cool vibe to it. And I like the sci-fi vibes and everything, like Snowpiercer, and it gets me really excited. And Steven Yeun is in it, and Mark Ruffalo's in it, so just a great cast, great genre, great vibe, great director. It is just really, really, really exciting. So I cannot wait for this film. And a trailer for this played before Venom, and my friend said we should go see it. So whenever a trailer plays before a movie, because you know I watch trailers like as soon as they come out, but like my friends, they watch trailers when like it plays like before a movie we're about to see. So when a friend sees a trailer and tells me he wants to go see it, that gets me really excited. I'm like, yes, I know who I'm gonna take to this movie. So I'm really excited for that, and so that's why it comes in 5th place. Coming in 4th place, we have the Thunderbolts, and spoiler alert, the rest of this list are comic movies, because deep down I will always be a comic fanboy, good or bad, and I wore the shirt for a reason. This is a hint of what's to come. But with the Thunderbolts, there are 3 main reasons why I'm really excited for this movie, and number 1 is I'm just a fan of these characters. I like US Agent, I like Red Guardian, I like Yelena, I like Bucky, I like the new Sentry character being introduced in this film. So all of those characters coming together gets me excited. And also I like that this is a movie that they've been teasing in phase 4, and phase 4 and 5, they are like notorious for not being planned very well. And so the Thunderbolts is like the one thing that like has actually been teased and planned and kind of like thought out, which hasn't been a common trend like the past phases, like the golden age, you know, phase 1 through 3. So this is like the one kind of planned thing out of 2 phases with like barely any plans. So that gets me really excited with I just call her the Nick Fury character. I really should learn her name, but her going around to see like US Agent and Yelena and telling them about like joining her crew and stuff like that. So yeah, the fact that they've actually been teasing this gets me really, really excited. And then the final thing that I'm excited for this film is I like that it's like basically Marvel's Suicide Squad, and these are not like your typical good guys. Like I want to see them like rough around the edges and like, you know, like not afraid to kill people and like do like kind of offside stuff and like to get the job done and stuff like that. And in the trailer we saw, like, you know, hopefully we'll talk about where's the Avengers been, and like what have the Avengers been up to lately, like why are these guys kind of replacing the Avengers, what's going on with that. And then I also like from the trailer, I like the vibe of like they lost a sense of purpose and stuff like that. So all of that gets me excited for this film. And of course it's Marvel, and of course they're toning it back lately with like their shows and stuff, and they're planning stuff out. So I have high hopes for this film, and that's why it comes in at number 4. Coming in third place, we have Fantastic Four. And what's interesting about this film is the fact that we've never really even gotten a good Fantastic Four movie. So because of that, I'm really hopeful that the people behind this movie, they understand that, and they like really want to try hard to like finally give us a good Fantastic Four movie and give the proper respect to Marvel's first family. And also with this film, I'm quite excited for this cast. I love all of the main four, even Pedro Pascal. I know most people are pretty skeptical with him, but I say let's give him a chance. I'm a big Pedro Pascal fan, so we've never even seen him as like this nerdy scientist hero kind of vibe. So I feel like he'll do a really good job along with the rest of the Fantastic Four. And I also really like the other like side villains they're gonna sprinkle in. Like the first one for me that comes to mind is Mole Man, and I think that can be a really fun character to include. And then of course Galactus. I don't know the actor for Galactus, but he's got like a really deep, intimidating voice that will be really great for Galactus. And then maybe they'll even like sprinkle in a little Doctor Doom tease, kind of like make him like the, you know, the Thanos of these phases, and like have him in the post-credit scene talking about how he's coming after them and he's out for blood, and or I don't know, whatever his goal is. You know, give a little Doctor Doom tease, either as Robert Downey Jr. or maybe a different Doctor Doom that we don't know of yet. But yeah, all in all, I'm really excited for all of this. Also, the director is also someone who's worked on It's Always Sunny, my favorite sitcom of all time. And I don't really like connect the dots between like It's Always Sunny and Fantastic Four. Like they don't really mesh together, but either way, I'm still excited for that because Marvel trusts this guy. I trust this guy. He did a good job on It's Always Sunny, so I don't know, give him a Marvel movie. So see what happens. But yeah, all in all, I'm really excited for this, just because I feel like since we got so many bad Fantastic Four movies, this hopefully will finally be our first good one, and that's why it comes in third place. Coming in second place, we have Captain America: Brave New World. And of course, I'm excited for this film because it is a new Captain America movie, and Steve Rogers' Captain America is my favorite character of all time, and his original trilogy of films is just one of my favorite trilogies of all time. So considering this is a continuation of that, I'm just praying it's good and the legacy will be like carried on in like a meaningful, honorable kind of way. But also it has a lot going on that's got me excited, but also really worried that they might not be able to tackle it all at the same time. So we have a new Captain America, we have like a new Falcon, we have like Harrison Ford Red Hulk, we have Giancarlo Esposito and the Serpent Society, we have the Leader, we have the Adamantium Celestial thing, we have possibly like assemble the new Avengers for the coming up Avengers film. That is just a lot to tackle in one film. And so it kind of like reminds me of like Iron Man 2, where Iron Man 2 like kind of spent more time like assembling Avengers than actually like being an Iron Man film. But I'm hoping it doesn't suffer from the same problem. And also the director doesn't have a good track record. He's done like a Cloverfield movie that I haven't seen yet that didn't get good reviews, and they're doing a lot of reshoots, and reshoots with Marvel are not good most of the time. So that gets me really, really, really worried. But I'm just like, I just love Captain America so much that I'm kind of in denial that it can be bad. Like I'll be heartbroken if this movie is bad. So I'm just like praying it's good, and I'm excited to see it. And it's, yeah, I don't know. I'm worried, but I'm excited at the same time. So that's why it comes in second place. And my most anticipated movie of 2025 is Superman. And I am super, super excited for this film because this is the very first movie of the DCU. And I basically consider this like the Iron Man of the DCU, the starting point. And you always want to start off with a bang with your franchise, of course, because, you know, if this is just like a mediocre movie, they might just scrap it. I doubt it, but you always want to start with a good film and get people excited for what's to come and everything like that. And I have high hopes because of my boy James Gunn, and he has just been like hyping up this movie like crazy, and he's just been like I don't know, he's just kind of like been promoting it perfectly, like dropping little like character reveals and little details and stuff like that, just to get us excited for the movie and all of the stuff like that. And he's just like perfectly revealing it, like just like every couple weeks we get a little bit more news to get us excited. And I just think it's like a really good way to do it. You know, he's got a great track record with superhero movies. Of course, the Guardians trilogy was amazing and the Suicide Squad was amazing. So I have super high hopes for this film. I really trust James Gunn with this movie and this whole franchise. And also, David Cornsweet looks like an amazing Superman. I don't know him from too much. I've seen Twisters and he was pretty good in that. I haven't seen Pearl yet, but I'm really excited for him in the role. He looks the part, and I like that they're doing like a lesser actor, and hopefully, you know, if this movie and this franchise does well, just like blows him up with like stardom, like, you know, like the Marvel actors like Chris Evans, like Chris Hemsworth. I hope the same thing happens to him. I'm really excited for him. I'm really excited for Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and I'm really excited for Crypto. People are a little skeptical on that, thinking it's a little goofy, a little cartoony. I think it's like it's never been done before in live action, so I'm pretty excited for that. And I'm excited for like other Justice League superhero characters. Like we got a Green Lantern in this movie played by Nathan Fillion, and yeah, there's just so much riding on this film, and I'm just super excited for it. I just think James Gunn, I have my utmost respect and belief in him. I trust him. I think he's taking the time to make the film and make it right. Like I really believe in him, and I'm praying it's a good movie to start off this amazing franchise with much more amazing team up movies and solo films and TV shows and crossovers and all of that. And this is like the main starting point. So of course I want it to be amazing. So that is about it with Superman, and that is our entire list. So yeah, tell me what you're excited for in 2025, and farewell.